Right, what's happening guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about my BMW G81 Touring that you see behind me. Now I've had this car for just about a year, I've just clocked over 10,000 miles on it, and I thought, you know what, it's the perfect time to do a review because I'm a huge advocate. Right now the prices are coming down, it's worth a conversation, we're going to talk about it. Let's get into the video. So when I decided to get a G81 Touring, it was because I did have a G80 M3 saloon car. Ugh, we don't talk about that anymore, but when I decided to get a Touring, I thought, you know what, I really enjoyed this car so much. It's super safe, it's something that is a perfect all-rounder, and I always really liked the way the Touring looks. And for my life, whether it's carrying tires, I now have a dog, whether it's going to airports and back, full of luggage, loads of people, this thing managed to do absolutely everything. So when this car came up on the market, I thought, you know what, I didn't want to go for a boring color. Black is good with the black wheels. I know everyone's going to say that it's such a boring spec, but at the same time, when you just want a car that's stealth, it doesn't attract too much attention, this was exactly what I wanted. It's a 2023 car. I picked it up for £74,500, which was at the time quite scary because it was 2024 and the car had only been on the road for about just under 12 months and the original list price was 100 grand. This car has everything that I needed on it. It's got the ultimate pack, so it's got all of the carbon seats. It doesn't have all of the exterior carbon. I had the M Performance carbon kit on my old G80 Saloon, which was actually finished in Tanzanite blue. There were a few things that I did want to do to it, but I'll be really honest with you, other than getting the yellow DRLs, which you can see right here, I haven't really done anything else to it. I was going to put the Akrapovic exhaust system on it because, as we know, all new BMWs don't sound that great. But again, I haven't got around to it, and there's a big reason why for it. Everything works exactly as it should. If you're just looking for a car that you jump in every single day, you press the big red button, you can have some fun in it. I mean, I have drifted this car, I have tracked this car, I've actually taken this on a field and had some fun with it as well. It's been to Ireland, it's been all the way to Austria, I took it snowboarding. It's done absolutely everything that I've needed it to do, and it's never, ever, ever skipped a beat. So let's talk about the practicality. I mean, I do think if you're going to get one of these cars, I do have the M2, the G87 M2, and that has the comfort seats in it. And it's a buzzkill for me. I just think if you're going to have one of these new BMWs, you have to have the carbon seats. Personally, I'm 65 kilos. I can get in and out of these super easy. I know guys have a little bit more problems with the carbon little cod pieces, they like to call it. But the one thing I will say about it is my father is 77 years old, and it is a bit of a bother trying to get him in and out of the car. But the fact that we have the rear seats, plenty of leg room, it is super easy to take my dad out for the day. He's comfortable, he's safe in the back. I don't have to worry about trying to push him out the car once we get to wherever we're going, probably going to the pub for a nice little lunch. It's just really simple. Now, I've recently got Vincent, my little doggy, and he's only a Boston Terrier, so he's probably about 7 kilos. There is so much room in here for him. I've actually had to put a carrier in for him. But honestly, I went snowboarding with my friend. We did like nearly 2,000 miles. So we had 2 snowboards, her big case from America, my big case, all of our gear, everything. And we still had room in the car. Also, again, small feature, but the shopping hatch. It is such a lifesaver. When you're just going anywhere or you just need to grab something out the boot of the car, you don't have to wait to click the button. These are really minor subjective things, but they're kind of the things that make everyday life with this car so much easier. I never really wanted an estate car because I thought, is that aging me a little bit? Is that making me look like I'm getting pregnant, or does it look like I'm going to be a mum at some point? But it actually doesn't. You get way more respect for one of these on the road than when I had the saloon car, because I think everybody loves a fast wagon. So let's talk about modifying. Now, I was going to get this car lowered a little bit because I think from factory, like I said, I haven't changed anything with the ride height because I find the car so comfortable as it is. I mean, it's got active damping. You can change all of the stability and everything like that. And especially when you're doing drifting or taking it on track, it kind of helps to leave the car alone. But what I would do is probably get it lowered just a little bit, probably like 50 mil, because I had that done on the saloon car and it did just really make the car sit a little bit better. And it also kind of needs a spacer as well, because whenever you look down the side of the car, I do think the wheels could do with popping out a little bit, but only minor touches. You don't need that much. Maybe it's something that's happening as I get older. I kind of start to prefer standard cars. It's way less complicated. Your car is less noticeable. I mean, I know it does have a private plate on it, but that's not the point. Everything is just way easier when it's just OEM plus. Do you think I'm getting old, Pat? So let's take a little jump inside. I am incredibly comfortable in this vehicle. One of the first things that I did when I got the car was get a ghost immobilizer and a tracker, because unfortunately, as we all know, the UK is slightly going to shit, especially with car theft, and these unfortunately are a hot topic. There's a guy local to me that unfortunately lost his, and it kind of gave me the fright because I got paid a visit one night by some lovely people in balaclavas who came looking around the car, but thankfully because of the security measures that I had, they weren't able to take my vehicle. So I would always recommend doing that if you were getting one of these. As far as comfort, I mean, I'm 5 foot, nearly 9, and every time I get into this car, I'm just so supported. I'm like just super duper comfortable. As I said, I've done thousands of miles in this and I've never had a bad back. These are probably one of the only bucket seats that I know of in the market where you get in it and you can do an insane amount of miles and you don't get that fatigue, like you don't get that pain in the bottom of your spine here where you're just kind of too rigid. I just absolutely find this car so comfortable. Another thing that I do really enjoy about this vehicle is the fact that, honestly, you have everything at your fingertips. I have my M1 and my M2 buttons set up, so if I want to go drift or I want to go track, this is all set up. It's just such an easy vehicle to use, and you've got just over 500 brake horsepower at your right foot. What more do you need in a daily vehicle? You can get everything in the back: people, animals, luggage, snowboards, and you can still do all the things that you want to do to have fun. And trust me, I like to drive my cars, I like to drive them hard, and I've been able to do absolutely everything with this vehicle. One small thing as well, if you are going to get the seats, and this is probably not the best example of it, but if you are having a sandwich in the car, I mean, honestly, I'm on the road all the time, so I'm constantly popping in, get my little M&S sandwich. You do need to get a little toothpick to get the breadcrumbs out of the seat, but again, this is minor. This is after 10,000 miles. You kind of get to know it a little bit. It's super easy to keep clean in here as well. I just love it. Let's go for a drive. So like I said before, I have done thousands of miles, actually just clocked over 10,000 in this machine. And I swear to God, there is nothing more comfortable than when I'm driving this. Like, I've sat in comfort seats, sat in bucket seats. Like, I am just in my element. This feels like my home. Every time I jump in and out of this car, whether I'm going to a job, whether I'm going to the airport, whatever I'm doing, I'm always happy to be driving this car. The fact that you can drift this car so easily always amazes me. I mean, obviously it's got the X-Drive system, so you can bias it all to the rear. If you want to do a burnout in it, it's all just super simple. Like, if that's not the definition of a versatile all-rounder, then I don't know what is. Now, one of the really interesting things that I was thinking was, you know, where do I go from here? What car do you get which is going to be better, do everything that you want it to do, still look good, has all of the capabilities, and you're not spending mental money? Because I think the climate has absolutely changed. The years of people on YouTube getting supercars, that type of thing, I'm going to be honest with you right now, supercars just don't even interest me anymore. You know, you can reach for a Huracan, or you can reach for, I mean, I was always looking to maybe go up to a 911 GT3, but that's something that I would want to be in the financial position where you can have this still and have that car, because you need to have both, because you're not going to put the mileage on a GT3 that you want to, that you can do with this car. But where'd you go? You go to maybe the M5, but I've driven the M5. Now, whilst it's, you know, more powerful, you've got the V8 hybrid in there, like I love a V8 car, I don't think that you really need it in an everyday vehicle. It's not special enough in my eyes that I would want to spend the extra 30,000-40,000 pounds. Like I said before, I picked this car up for 74.5, and looking at the values of these now, you can get one somewhere around the 65 to 68,000 pounds mark, which, when you're thinking about it, most people finance cars. So if you're going to finance something like this, it's probably looking at like 10%, 5-10% in, and you're looking at under £1,000 a month, which, if this is your everyday vehicle and it's something that you want to do all those things in, you're willing to pay. I mean, with the M5, I think everybody thought that that was going to be the natural successor to this for people that drive an M3 Touring, but I don't know if you need all of that. Yeah, okay, it's bigger, more powerful, you have more space, but you don't get that much more cabin space in the car. It's not that much more bombastic than this. And still talking about the M5, I mean, I don't think the looks are better than the M3. I think this is more proportionate. Like, the rear of this car looks absolutely sick. You realize just how wide the rear arches are, especially when you're following it. One of my friends was driving this the other day and I was in the E92, and I was like, do you know what? that looks so cool on the road. Like, it's so stealth. I just find that sometimes the M5 can look really big, like especially from the front end. I mean, I think the M3 and the G80 looks has grown on everybody. I remember when I did my first ever review looking at these cars, and I was like, geez, you know, like the front end, it's quite a lot, but it's grown on everybody. People are much more accepting of it, and these cars have become, I think, one of the better looking vehicles, performance vehicles that are around. I mean, there's nothing really to take from Mercedes or Audi Sport. I wouldn't know where to go other than Porsche from here, but I don't think for what I use this car for, I really want anything else, because you're going into a two-seater if you want to go faster, or if you want something which is more track focused, or you're going into an SUV if you're looking for more practicality and being able to do more things and go longer distances with it. I don't want an SUV. And I like the two-seater idea, but I'm being serious. It doesn't actually work with my life right now. So this is honestly, for how much you're paying, this is the best car on the market for me. And after doing 10,000 miles in it, I'll be happy to do another 10,000 miles in it, because I'm trying to push the problem down the road of like, where do I go after this? I'd just love to just keep this and then buy the two-seater as well. But you know, we're gonna still look at that maybe in the future. But right now, I know I'm banging on about it. In the 10,000 miles of ownership, I haven't had a single problem. I've had so much fun in it, and I don't really have anything bad to say. And it's efficient. Maybe I'm kind of skewed because I'm coming from the E92 M3 angle where, you know, you're into single digits depending on how you're driving. This, I regularly get 28, 29 miles per gallon. You know, I fill it up. It's about 80 pounds a time to fill the tank right to the neck. And I probably get like just shy of 400 miles out of it. Probably about 385, 380, looking at my MPG right now. Obviously, that's all going to change if you're driving it on. But for just regular everyday driving, it's not something that I really notice. Whereas when I was dailying the V8, that was critical at some points. I was tanking it every couple of days, as opposed to I probably tank this once a week. Let's talk about performance. I mean, obviously 8-speed ZF gearbox, extremely easygoing. I mean, I've driven this in anger and in just floating around. It's way fast enough for every day. You always feel like, especially with the X-Drive system, that the car is glued to the road. I mean, the steering could have a little bit more feedback in it, but we're really trying to split hairs here with a car which essentially does everything that you need it to do. I wouldn't want more than this on the roads, because as we all know, everything is cracking down. The UK has got so many speed cameras, speed vans, that type of thing. Like, you just can't be too careful. I spend a lot of the time these days on cruise, and that's me being honest. I try to take my fun to the track because that's the safest place you can do it. And for the rest of the time, I am just using cruise control because it's way safer. You'll keep your license for longer. And let's be honest, guys, are we that much in a rush? Now, if you were in the market for looking for a BMW estate car, which is quite punchy, you know, there is the option of the M340i, which is a super cool car, more efficient, less money. But there's just something about the M3 Touring. I mean, this car to me, it's more than the sum of its parts. It has that special look and feel to it. Like the fact that you get out, I love the carbon seats in it, just the way they're glinting as you look through the back window. And, you know, an M3 is an M3. I'm trying not to be a car snob here, but like to me, when I was growing up, M3 was what you aspired to. And I've been very lucky in my life to be able to afford these cars. And like, I personally always love driving an M3. It just has that bit of fun, bit of flair. People know what it is, and you can just always have the crack in it. I mean, yeah, an M340i would be perfect if it is just being a workhorse. But you know what? You got to live a little. You got to feel like you're doing something in life that you're enjoying. And to me, like, that's driving an M3. I don't know about you. You let me know in the comments. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the G81 Touring. I mean, I just love it. There's not a car that I've driven in recent years which is just completely the full package like this thing is. I've got another 10,000 miles coming up. What am I going to do next with it? I might still do the lowering and the front because I do think it could do with a little bit more stance. And as I said, we're talking about the Agile kit, so we could have a total front end change here. I mean, I'm talking about like I'm going to do small things. It might be quite big things. And also the exhaust. We are looking at the Akrapovic for the G81, but it remains to be seen whether spending that kind of money is actually worth it, especially with the way these cars sound anyway. But we'll get there. If you're on the market for one of these cars, make sure you do shop around. There is some really good deals, especially with dealer contributions and BMW if you're looking to buy brand new, but also the second hand value of these cars are coming down to like a more reasonable state. So if it works for you, then great. It definitely worked for me. Like, I'm a big advocate for this car. I absolutely love it. I know I banged on about it in this video, but even 10,000 miles in, for the next 10,000 miles, I'll probably be saying how good it is as well. So that's it for me today. We're going to be doing a few things to this car in the next couple of months, so stay tuned with the videos. We are getting more regular with the content, and which is really fun because I like making videos which are for me, but also for you guys at home. If there is anything that you would like to see, make sure that you drop it into the comment box. I never say like and subscribe because I've just never done that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go pick up my dog, go shopping, go to IKEA. The world's my oyster. I've got a touring.